All right, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance on this bike, and you guessed it, we're going to be doing an oil change. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing an oil change on my 22 Honda Grom. This is the SP model. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit about how to do an oil change, as I've seen a lot of videos out there, but I wanted to make one a little bit different, a little more detailed, and just to make sure that I show exactly how to do this with all the right parts. All right, so here we go. Just to get started, here's the oil that we're going to be using today. It should take exactly 1 quart. Here is the oil filter, genuine Honda oil filter. Now the 22 models and up are starting to use the oil filters instead of using just a metal, some sort of a reusable filter that they used to use. The tools, 12 millimeter for the drain plug. Let me show you. This 12 millimeter is going to go right there eventually, and this is an 8 mil for the oil filter bolts right here. Okay, there's 2, and of course eventually when we fill it, we're going to need something with kind of a thin funnel like that to fill up the oil. All right, I got the 12 millimeter tool here just to get this drain bolt out. Let's go ahead and drain it. Okay, here it goes. Just let that drain all the way. And while that's going, I'm going to start these other bolts right here. These are the 8 mils. Ooh, don't drop everything. All right. So with that out, it looks like, as you can see, there's a little spring that just popped out, and it goes in between this part right there and the filter. Just remember what all these pieces are, so when you put it back together, you know exactly how to put it back. Okay, so with that out, let's see if we can get this oil filter out of here. Now, apparently doesn't want to come out with just my finger kind of prying at it, so let me show you guys a little something about this little oil filter here. You can see right there, that oil filter. Here we go. Let me just zoom up real quick. All right, so this oil filter area has a little groove right there, as you can see, right? Excuse me, keep the zoom on. Has a little groove right there for you to fit something in to pry this out. So what I'm gonna use is this little paper clip. I'm just going to bend the tip a little bit, make it kind of a hook. All right, I'm gonna shove this in here. As you can see, just pull at it like that. It's super easy. It pops right off, okay? And that's it. This is the old filter. As you can see, this filter says outside right there. That means obviously this is the outside, okay? When you put it in, when you put the new one in, the word outside goes on the outside. And just to show you what's on this side is this side towards engine. So you can't really mess it up, all right? And just keep in mind that there is a rubber washer right here on the inside. So you want to make sure that the new one has that going in. All right, so here's the filter. This is the genuine Honda oil filter. And let me show you what's inside the bag. Pretty simple. It's just the oil filter. And of course, like I mentioned before, this rubber washer is right there on that side. It comes with a new one, so you don't have to worry about this. So this side is towards the engine, as you can read on that side. This side, it says again outside. So just make sure you put it in the right way. Just like that. Gently press it in, and it's going to hold itself in place. So next, looking at this spring. This spring, it doesn't matter which way you put it in, this way or this way, because it looks like it's identical. So just put it in any direction you feel comfortable with. Right there. Just like that. Okay. All right, so just barely hand tightened it. And I'm going to finish it up with the tool eventually. Definitely don't want to over tighten these because they are only 8 mil. So just do hand tighten. Once you tighten those two down, all we have to do is put the drain bolt back on. It looks like it's just barely dripping out real slow. So I'm going to go ahead and put my drain plug back on. So again, this is a 12 millimeter wrench here. Just go ahead and tighten this, hand tighten this down. There we go. I think that's pretty snug. Enough. Okay, so of course, I'm very curious as to how much oil I took out, so I'm going to fill this guy up with the oil I just removed and see how much is actually in, or how much was actually in here. Turn it this way so I can show you guys. That's how much came out. All right. So I'm pretty comfortable that this whole thing should go inside there. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so go ahead and slowly pour in the oil. Okay, so once you guys are done, you want to definitely take a look at this when it's on the ground. I do have it on stands right now, the motorcycle stands, so it may not read exactly accurate. However, look inside there, there is a line on the bottom and a little line on top. So right there, that's the bottom line and that is the top line. So you want to make sure that it's close to the top line. If it's at the bottom line, you want to add more oil. And if it's at the top line, that means that it is full. All right, so as you guys can see, not sure if it's gonna focus. However, like I mentioned before, you wanna look at that window and make sure that it is at the right level. Right, and it looks about good right there. All right, guys, well, that pretty much wraps it up. That's how you do an oil change on a 2022 Honda Grom. And on the next video, I'll be doing a chain replacement. So make sure you subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.